A pair of attacks hundreds of miles apart are rattling communities, shaking Americans' sense of security. A deadly shooting in Virginia has been investigated as terrorism tonight. Meanwhile, an explosive-filled vehicle rammed into a synagogue in Michigan in what is now being described by the FBI as a targeted act of violence against the Jewish community. Lee Waldman brings us the latest on these attacks.
As snow falls on Temple Israel in West Bloomfield Township, Michigan, officials are sending a clear message.
This is not a political moment. This is not a political debate. This is targeting babies who are Jewish. That's anti-Semitism at its absolute worst.
The Department of Homeland Security identified the suspect as 41-year-old Ayman Mohammed Ghazali, who was born in Lebanon and became a U.S. citizen in 2016. Officials say he drove his vehicle filled with explosives into the synagogue with a rifle. Ghazali died at the scene. At the time, more than 100 children aged 5 and younger were attending school at the synagogue, according to Governor Gretchen Whitmer.
We must lower the rhetoric in this state and in this country, especially at this moment where we've seen such a rise in anti-Semitism and more attacks on the Jewish community.
At least 30 law enforcement officers were taken to the hospital for smoke inhalation, authorities said, and a security guard who helped stop the attack was hit by the suspect's vehicle and is expected to be okay. Meanwhile, in Virginia, authorities say 2 Old Dominion University students were hurt and 1 person was killed when a former Virginia National Guardsman and convicted ISIS supporter began shooting on campus.
The brave ROTC members in that room subdued him. And if not for them, I'm not sure, what else he may have done.
The gunman, who was identified by the FBI as 36-year-old Mohammed Baylor Jallo, was killed at the scene. I'm Lee Waldman reporting.
And these attacks also come after 2 terror suspects were accused of tossing makeshift bombs at a protest outside the New York City's mayor's home in what authorities have described as an ISIS-inspired attack less than 2 weeks earlier in Austin, Texas. Here, a shooter wearing a hoodie with an Iranian flag killed 3 people and injured more than a dozen others. That motive is still under investigation.